Hey guys, this is the ZeusTuber, and today I'm here with a discussion video about this latest, very concerning news about Andrew Lincoln potentially leaving The Walking Dead in Season 9. There's been a lot of talk about this on the internet, online, over the last 48 hours, and I just kind of want to, give my 2 cents. I saw this on Twitter a few days ago, and I've been tweeting about it almost nonstop. Those of you who follow me on Twitter will know that I've been on there pretty actively over the last few days. This news is coming to as much a shock to me as it is to, I'm sure, everyone watching this video, as well as anyone online. But I don't think we need to worry just yet. And now, this is not me being a fanboy. No, I might be in denial, but this is just how I honestly feel about the situation. Now, it very well could be a truth. This could be a true source, and he is leaving at some point in Season 9, whether it is after only 6 episodes, like the rumor is, or at the end of the season. Which, if he is going to leave, that is the hope, that he ends at the end. He leaves at the end of the season, if anything. But we need to take into account that Collider put this article out. I believe they were first. They put this out. And they said they had there was a source, an unidentified source that had told them this information. I'm paraphrasing, but it was, no one at AMC was credited, nothing like that. And since all this information has come out, there hasn't been anyone who works for AMC, anyone who works for the show, any of the cast, crew, writers, producers, no one, including Mr. Andrew Lincoln himself, has commented on this leaked information. No one's commented on it from the show. Until that happens, until I get a confirmation from Andrew Lincoln or from AMC or someone who works on the show, and they say, yeah, unfortunately this is the truth, I'm going to be taking this information with a grain of salt. Because you would think if this was a real thing, at this point you would think it would be announced by now, especially after it got leaked. Comicbook.com and Brandon Davis, they're usually, and I know nothing against them, but they are usually very on about these types of things, all this information. They get stuff early. I know that. And I'm not trying to discredit them. I just think whoever started this initially, or whoever told them, it may have been misinformation. And I think there's a couple of different things that we can call this. Either A, it's a publicity stunt from AMC. They put this out there to get buzz. If it is a publicity stunt, it's working because we're all worried and we're all talking about it, and that's all that's been talked about online. Like, Andrew Lincoln leaving has been trending on Twitter and here and in the UK for the last couple of days. Like, it's big news. To try to raise awareness for the show, to get more people to watch Season 9 because their ratings are down. Think about it. It could be a thing. I wouldn't put it by AMC to do this type of publicity stunt. If it is publicity stunt, we'll get to yelling at them later. But, we'll see. I wouldn't put it by them, though. Also, this whole thing is very fishy. Because for those of you who follow all the interviews out there and the news that comes out about the show, like myself, you would know that just a few months ago in April, Andrew was being interviewed and he was saying how excited he was for Season 9, and he did express that he did want the show to have an end. He wanted his character to have an end in the future. Like, he said he wanted to complete something for once. He said that they should start talking about an end. But there was nothing in the interview where he said, yeah, I'm intending to leave. He actually said that if he keeps getting more scripts like he was getting in Season 8, in Season 9, then he would be happy to stick around even longer. And he also said, and I quote, my relationship my relationship with Rick Grimes is far from over. And he said that right before Season 9 started filming. There was another bit of information that came out where he said that they had gotten the scripts for Season 9, and he was very thrilled with the direction it was taking. He was, all signs are pointing to that, he would be here, at least for the next couple seasons. So then, such a quick turnaround after just a couple months, all of a sudden he's leaving, and he's only going to be in 6 episodes. I don't necessarily buy it. Now, we know that there was a lot of contract dispute amongst a few of the actors going into season 9. Obviously, the big news was Lauren Cohan. They weren't allegedly paying her enough, and she was holding out for a better deal, which is understandable. I mean, come on, AMC, why weren't you just paying her as the money she deserves? Especially in like today's day and age, when we're striving for more equality and more less of a pay gap. Everyone should get paid, equal. So I don't know what AMC was doing there, and I'm not going to try to defend that. I don't know. I mean, I don't know the behind-the-scenes drama, but that's just what we heard in interviews and such, and articles. But there may have also been some contract disputes or dealings with Andrew Lincoln and Norman Reedus, as well as a couple of the other actors, that they didn't publicly talk about, like the Lauren Cohan deal, where someone might have been in that setting, and they're like, there's an issue with Andy's contract. He's gonna leave in season 9, and it could have just been misinformation. They misunderstood, and they told Collider or comicbook.com, and everything got taken out of context. You would think that AMC or Lincoln would have made a comment by now, and the fact that they haven't is kind of, honestly, I mean, you look at it two ways. Either they are not commenting on it because it's true and they want to hold off on confirming it because it's going to be like, no one's going to want to watch season 9 because he's going to be dying, or they're not talking about it because they are loving this free publicity they're getting right now, and they don't want to squash that yet. We'll have to wait and see. If it is true and Andy is leaving, I would put money on the fact that something other than like money or having to do with the show itself is causing him to leave, because because if it is true, it was a pretty sudden decision, seemingly. Obviously this could have been planned out for some time now. He didn't say anything, but since the season 8 premiere in October, and all its interviews since then, he's been like really joyous about the show. He loved working on season 8, according to him. And he was very excited for season 9. So a lot of it doesn't add up to me. So my first thought is, this is a guy, he's the lead of the show. He's been very passionate about the show since the beginning. He's the main character. He's got to be. But I would think there is something going on, maybe in his personal life with his family, that is not allowing him to maybe come and be with the show for the full of season 9. And now another thing that a lot of us aren't considering is that just because he may be leaving in season 9 doesn't mean he's not coming back. He might need to take a hiatus for personal health, for something with his family. Maybe he just wants a break, and we'll see him come back in season 10 or 11 or what have you. Or maybe he'll go to Fear. I mean, that's kind of far-fetched, but who knows at this point? No one thought Morgan was leaving until that happened. So I mean, there's a lot of different ways this could go. My main stance right now is that this is fake news, or it was just misunderstood by someone and it was spread along, and there's no merit to it at all. But we'll have to wait and see. I know there was also the rumor that they're apparently giving or trying to get a deal with Norman Reedus where they'll give him $20 million to take over as the lead. He hasn't commented on that either, so I mean, it's really weird. All this doesn't really add up, and it's all kind of sudden. So it seems to me like it's kind of a publicity stunt or a ratings grab of some sort. Like, oh my gosh, Andy's final season, tune in. It's, if you think about it, it really seems like a ratings grab. But that's just me. I want to know your guys' thoughts down below. I do want to say one last thing. I know AMC as a network, they're jerks. They are. I'm sorry, AMC, but you are. You haven't handled things well. But there is a lot of hate at AMC at the moment. Like this is their fault that Andy's leaving. We don't know that yet. Let's not jump the gun. A lot of people blaming Gimple. I don't think Andy always gloats about Gimple. I don't know if I don't think it has anything to do with that. If he is in fact leaving, I am willing to bet it has something to do with something outside of the show and the network, because it was so sudden. But that's just me. Like I said, comment down below your thoughts. As always, remember to rate, comment, and subscribe, and have yourselves a wonderful day.